Professor Sharma again, and this is the continuity of one-dimensional kinematics here. In my previous video, I discussed up to the point of velocity here. Okay, we discussed about what do we mean by velocity, what do we mean by position, what do we mean by displacement, what do we mean by velocity, what do we mean by instantaneous velocity. Then we discussed about the uniform motions, then the speeding up and slowing down situation. Okay, so here now we are going to define the acceleration, because the new quantity is the acceleration here. Okay, it is denoted by a, and velocity changes over time. That's why acceleration needed. That's why acceleration at a specific time can be defined at rate of change of velocity. Okay, that is rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity, because velocity changes. That's why we need new quantity, that is called the acceleration. Okay, so we can say here, okay, suppose the object from this, let's say the initial velocity vector is here vi, then the final velocity vector is vf. Okay, so suppose the time takes from here to here is, this is the time ti, here is the time tf, final time. So you can say here the acceleration is equal to delta v over delta t. Remember that delta v is final velocity minus initial velocity, final time minus initial time. This is the acceleration. You know the unit for acceleration is meter per second square. If you measure the velocity in meter per second and the time in second, then unit is meter per second. Okay, so here you have the instantaneous acceleration. If we do the calculus based physics, maybe this is the algebra based physics, so we are not going to discuss about that. But in calculus based physics, if you know the instantaneous acceleration, this gives the average acceleration. Okay, you take the 2 point and you take the time, and that ratio, you can say that this slope gives the average acceleration. But instantaneous acceleration is the acceleration at particular time. Okay, at particular time, the acceleration at particular time. That is the derivative of velocity, with respect to time. Okay, that is another subject. This is out of the scope of this subject. So the acceleration, most of the thing in this course we will be dealing with the constant acceleration thing, but daily life, most of the things, acceleration changes here. That is, they are related to the change in acceleration, but most of the time we're gonna face the problem here. We're gonna challenge the problem related to the constant acceleration situation. So if you have a velocity versus time graph, you can see in the graphical way, velocity as a function of time. Okay, and that graph actually that gives the acceleration. Okay, that gives the acceleration here. So you have the constant velocity changes, velocity versus time graph, dv over dt, or you can say the delta v over delta t, that gives the acceleration here. Okay, so the acceleration can be uniform constant acceleration situation. If you have the acceleration as a function of time, let me take 3 different scenarios of the acceleration here. Okay, so the acceleration as a function of time, suppose the acceleration measured in meter per second square, time in second. Suppose the acceleration remains same all the time, that is positive acceleration, that is the negative acceleration, but uniform. But the acceleration can increases. Okay, the acceleration as a function of time, so the acceleration can be increases. Okay, or acceleration can be decreases here. Okay, we call the deceleration. You can see here the acceleration is, as time passes, the acceleration decelerate. So acceleration is also the vector quantity here. Now, let me discuss a little bit about vector situation. We define this physical quantity, their vector situation is very important, because vector comes with the direction as well as the magnitude. the length of the arrow represents the magnitude, and the direction of the arrow gives where in the direction of that velocity, of that vector quantity. So let me begin with the position vector. So the position vector always begin from the origin and reaches to the location. Suppose you are here, the location, the position, the origin is here. So this is the position vector, suppose x. Okay. So position vector never goes like that way if this is the location. Okay. If you do that, that is wrong, because you are strictly deal here with the direction. That is very important point. The velocity vector always is the same. Sorry, before velocity, let me go to the displacement vector. So this is the initial position of the object, and this is the final position of the object. So begin from initial position and ends at the final position. It never go from final to initial. Okay, that is wrong. So displacement vector begin from initial and reaches to the final. Okay, because they are vector quantities, so we have to be very creative on here. So velocity vector, suppose initial velocity, the velocity vector, this is the delta x. So direction of the velocity vector is the direction of the displacement vector here. So if this is xi, this is xf, if displacement vector is going here, then the velocity vector is also going in this direction. Direction of the displacement vector is the direction of the velocity vector. What about the acceleration vectors? So you have the acceleration here. Okay, let me discuss about the acceleration vector. Okay, that is very important point I wanted to make here. So direction of acceleration vector. Okay, suppose you have the situation here. So these are the velocity vector. What is the velocity here? Acceleration here. So acceleration is 0 because they are uniform. All velocity are the same all the time. So there is no change in velocity. If there is no change in velocity, there is no acceleration. But when you have a situation like this, initially you have a smaller velocity initial, finally you have a greater velocity Vf. So if this is the speeding up situation, then the acceleration vector would be the same direction of the velocity vector. If speeding up situation, since you have an initial velocity vector, something is added, that's why you have a longer arrow here. That's why speeding up. Speeding up situation, velocity vector and acceleration vector are in the same direction. But sometimes you have the slowing down situation. Initially, your initial velocity this much, but now you're slowing down. Now final velocity is slowing down here. This is slowing down situation. What is the direction of the acceleration vector? That is the opposite of the velocity vector. When situation slowing down, then velocity vector and the acceleration vector are opposite to each other. You can make this analogy. Initial vector is so high, then something is subtracting that vector and makes the smaller one. So to make that smaller one, something should subtract something here. That is the acceleration. So if you have a slowing down situation, you will have the velocity and acceleration vector opposite to each other. If velocity is positive, acceleration is negative. If velocity is negative, the acceleration must be positive. That is very important thing you need to realize here. Okay, so that's all for today. So next video I will be discussing about the equations that can deal with the one-dimensional kinematics.